Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got videos today from Manosphere.
Dressed me for the school run as a 25-year-old mum.
I feel like I've officially entered my bad beat era. 25 and newly single, and a mum to a 5-year-old. Already covered half my body in tattoos. Today I had a full day session booked in for my newest tattoo. Here are some things my
How many women ruin themselves after divorce with massive tattoos? I've noticed a lot of women love to rail against the patriarchy, men, or whatever it is, and just get crazy amount of tattoos, or just one big ass dragon on their back or something, and then they regret it.
next boyfriend should know about me before you decide to get with me.
I think getting with someone and moving on really soon after the breakup is fine. What I'm attracted to, single, is different to what I would want my husband to be like. I'm not talking about looks, I'm talking more about like personality, actions, hobbies, stuff like that. If I had to describe like what boys I'm like attracted to, it would be someone who likes going to the pub, likes a drink, see him at the bar, like a boy that like
Someone that's in the streets?
smokes, probably a little bit like rough around the edges, probably does like some,
So the bad boy type. The rapper, trapper, crapper type.
you know, breaks the law maybe a little bit. Then my husband would be like completely different. I don't want to be in a relationship where like we're drinking.
I admit, being a jailbird or like a person that's been to jail, or you know, like for some reason women just are just so much more attracted to you for it. I don't understand it. I really don't. Like, I get the whole he's dangerous or whatever it is, because trust me, guys, when women hear about or like they find out about my, you know, double murder, it goes one or two ways. It's either I'm gonna walk away slowly now, or it's a you did what? And it's kind of trippy to see the I don't know.
I don't want to be with someone who uses substances, smokes, stuff like that. Someone who's like proper into the gym, doesn't really like going out, doesn't really like partying. I would never ever get with a bad boy as a husband.
As I told you before, guys, they're attracted to the bad boys, to the chads. And those guys get them pregnant. And of course, it doesn't work out. So what do? They get divorced or they leave. And then they're looking for the nice guy, for the reliable guy, for the piggy bank, the provider guy, to take care of them and their children. There are so many studies, guys, that show that women prefer men with dark triad traits, especially for short-term relationships. That's why there are so many single mothers out there. But they will never take accountability for these guys. Never.
That would be like my biggest nightmare. I want my husband to be in bed with me on a Saturday night, but then I also kind of like the idea of like me and him going out partying as well, but like we need to like match. I don't want him to be like, I'm going out with the boys this weekend. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're going out with me.
Yeah, that's fine. But women can say that. I don't want my husband to go out without me. But if I say that she shouldn't have gone out without the guy, what's she doing in the club with the girls without the husband? They call me in the comments, they call me a misogynist, they call me toxic, they call me controlling.
True.
Sorry. If I'm the only one that thinks like that, like my husband versus my type would be completely different.
Oh, and by the way, guys, before any...
And this is how you know women are cooked. My husband and my type are not the same thing.
simp comes in a comment section and says, well, she's so good looking, I can fix her. This is how she looks without any makeup on.
Damn Captain Save-A-Hose. Damn G.I. Joes.
Because clearly she has a lot of filters and makeup.
I feel like I'm the last person.
That's what she looks like without the makeup and filter? Yeah, regular.
So this is how she looks without makeup, and this is how she looks with makeup. Don't be the simp that she settles for. And by the way, guys, if you enjoy my videos, consider subscribing.
Trust me, he does understand. He just doesn't care.
True.
And if he's not calling you, it means he doesn't want to call you.
Do you think it's controlling or wrong if a guy tells his girl not to go out? If you control your partner, that's toxic. Like, if your partner loves you and trusts you, they will never cheat on you, even if Brad Pitt comes here. Girl.
Okay, ma'am, but why, if you love your husband, why do you want to go out with your girlfriends without him? I don't get that. You don't love him. Because if you did, you wouldn't want to have fun without him. But if I say this, I'm toxic, I'm controlling.
Hey, Manosphere. Stop being so toxic.
No, ma'am, you're the toxic one. You want to be in a relationship. You want to have a guy provide for you and do everything for you, but you still want to act like you're single.
Who do you think cheats more, men or...
It's obvious. Who? The owl are the desperate ones out there, right? We're not the ones constantly making videos about how sad we are and lonely we are, and we're all the good women, because we don't even care about the good women anymore. We're just like, peace.
or women?
I'd have to go with men. Yeah.
Why?
I just believe that there's so many beautiful girls in the world, that there's so many opportunities that
Right, because all these beautiful girls like us.
they get bored and want.
Yes, ma'am. And do you think the majority of guys, the fives of the world, do you think that those guys have access to those beautiful women that you're talking about? No, ma'am.
I'm a 5. I do not have access to these women.
She's talking about the top percentages of guys that she's dating, that goes after, the bad boys, that of course will always cheat on you, ma'am, of course.
Want to go explore.
Are women more attracted to nice guys or bad boys?
Bad boys.
From my experience, bad boys.
So why should men care about what women want?
They shouldn't.
Also, I'm sorry, I just can't stop thinking about this guy that DM'd me. He was asking me to name 2 reasons why I should go on a date with him. Excuse me, sir, you're the one that's in my DMs. What do you mean?
Yes, ma'am, but you're still thinking about him. And you made a video about him, just because he asked you that question. So who won in the end, ma'am?
You guys need to be humbled, honestly.
What is one of the craziest things one of your friends has done with a guy?
Our friend last night got by a security guard, and she had no idea he wasn't. He was 35. Maddie. And she had no idea he was. It was like 2 seconds of knowing it.
If any woman is watching this, you should never hang out with friends like this. Friends that will out you to the entire world. These are not your friends. These women don't want you to...
This is your competition right here, because you just got thrown under the bus, because you ain't wife material anymore after this little interview.
Succeed. These are the kinds of women that if you're in a relationship, they will tell you, leave him, you can do better.
It's a misery love company type.
And the same for guys.
And he was 36.
So loyal to his wife, by the way. Hard to do when you're a man with that kind of power and money. So loyal to his wife.
But this is the thing, Barbara. You're a woman with power and money. Is it hard for you to be loyal to your husband?
Not at all.
It's not the
I
same.
couldn't get a young guy. If I could, I wouldn't be loyal.
True.
It's a different game you play as a woman versus a man. If I was a man, I'd have young chicks all around me, yeah.
Could someone please explain to me why these men are going and liking like 4 or 5 of our pictures in a row and then no message? Like, just liking 5 pictures.
Again, like, these women are so desperate. They are paying so close attention to all of their posts and who's liking it and how many times these people like it. Who the fuck is actually stalking people? It's women that are actually stalking men, because men maybe go on their profiles and like a couple things, but these women know exactly what these men are doing, right? And these men aren't approaching them or DMing them, and they're getting so upset, like, oh my God, because they're literally tracking every movement you make on their profile.
In a row, no message, no...
Because they want to see if you like them back, ma'am. If you like any of their pictures back, he knows that he should message you. You gave him that, okay, message me because I also like you. That's what they're waiting for.
Reciprocation. Follow. Like, what do you want me to do with that? Like, are you expecting me to message you because that's...
No, ma'am, just like a few of his pictures, and he will message you. Don't worry.
That's not happening.
Men don't yearn anymore the way they used to yearn. You're immediately getting a second chance.
Again, women now just don't even... as soon as yearn became the new topic of the week, the word of the week, or the word of the month, every single video afterwards was just yearn, yearn, yearn. Men aren't yearning. Yearn, yearn. It's just like every week there's a new word that they use to use on men, and it's just annoying. This week is yearn.
Chance if I tell you no and you're outside of my house with a boombox and flowers in your hand. Immediately you're my...
Okay, so from the start, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Why? Because she only wants the hot guy that she's very into to do that. If she doesn't like you, and she says no, and then you come to her house, she will call the police. This is what women don't understand. Do you understand how stupid this sounds to a guy when he hears that? Because he knows... You have to be very attracted to him for this to work. So how does the guy know that you're very attracted to him? How? Because you say no to him and also the hot guy that you want. So how does he know?
My boyfriend. Nowadays, men just repost when they get their heart broken, but that's it. Y'all used to go to war and write love letters. Now you guys post sad...
Right, the other one is men used to go to war.
...songs to your Instagram notes. Man who yearns is a man who earns. Come on, get it right.
To start, just by the way that she snapped her fingers, I wouldn't want to date her. And their fingernails, I wouldn't want to date her.
Some guy commented on my last video that I needed to cover myself up more and not have my tits out, and also consider getting a boob lift.
Is it true?
Only a man could both sexualize me and shame me all in one comment.
Ma'am, if you dress a certain way, you're sexualizing yourself.
Oh my god, stop. Don't get out, please. Stop.
This place is like...
Where are you going?
I want to see. Come on.
No.
Why are you being shy?
No, I'm not going.
Well, you don't know anyone there?
No.
She's lying. My guy, you're a simp. What are you doing with a woman like this? It's clear she's a 3 or 4. It's clear from the start that just by the way that she acts, guys, how do you not see this as a red flag? How? I don't get it.
I don't.
Have you been out on any dates since like you've been here? You haven't been out on any dates. Do you guys think she's telling the truth? Do you know him?
Yeah, I do.
Do you? How do you know him? How do you know her?
He slept with her. Probably half the club.
Woman for the streets, right? When random men are coming up to you and they know your girls, it's never a good look, ever.
Slept with her at the place that you're at, my guy. And you're the sucker that's driving her around.
How can a woman go from a long-term relationship with you to someone else immediately and they look very happy? Listen to my words on this. There's a few things. Number one, that woman emotionally disconnected from you a very long time ago before she started seeing this person.
True. So true. So true.
Okay, so that happens a lot. Women emotionally disconnect, but they will just carry on the relationship because they have these questions of whether or not they're doing the right thing by leaving.
So I actually can't remember the last time I had a conversation with a man.
Okay, so just from the start, when she said a man like that and she paused, you know she hates men. She doesn't like men. That's why she talks like that about men.
No, I 100% agree with Manosphere. As soon as she was like, men? Yeah, just pure man hating about to be espoused right now.
Okay, let's hear what she has to say.
I mean, obviously, like, passing strangers in the street, hi, how are you, blah, blah, blah. I can't remember the last time that I was even texting someone. I don't think I've even swiped right on anyone in the last 6 months.
Okay, so from the thousands of guys that you see on dating apps,
You didn't like
You don't
any of
like
them.
any of them, ma'am. Yeah, guys, she is a man hater. Stay away from women like this. We're just going to skip this video because it's very stupid.
The reality is that a lot of men have felt very invalidated and like their struggles are dismissed or minimized by therapists. And
not only by therapists, ma'am.
By the world.
By the whole world.
That if they do try to talk about what it is hard for them, that a lot of men have felt like, well, at least you have this privilege, or at least you are safe in these ways, that there is a diminishing of men's pain that can happen when a therapist is, I think, not as aware as they need to be in like their own stuff that might be coming up.
Here's the thing. Girls love to complain about guys not making the first move anymore. Like anywhere. Like whether it's on an app, like whether it's on Hinge, whether it's on Raya, whether it's on Layla, whether it's in the grocery store, no matter what. It's like guys just aren't approaching girls like they used to, allegedly. But like anytime a guy will actually put himself out there, they're getting ridiculed. Like even my sister's friend group, one of them came across this guy on this app Layla where like he had put paint and sip as the first date that he wanted to go on, which is like the whole point of the app, to suggest something. I think it's cute and interesting and different. They were...
I don't even understand what that means.
Paint and sip? I believe it's like drinking and painting out, like alcohol, like maybe some wine and painting, Manosphere. They have a lot of that in LA, OC area.
Paint and sip. Let me know down in the comments, guys. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's just like a date thing where you're both painting and drinking alcohol. It's kind of like a bar with artsiness to it.
Dragging this man through the mud. Oh my god. Like it's the most ridiculous thing in the world that he was putting himself out there saying that he wanted to do a paint sip with these girls. Of course they don't want to talk to you. They're afraid. If I was a guy, I'd be afraid to approach a girl. I'd be afraid to suggest something cutesy and different because that's what's happening. And you're mad every guy wants to go to a bar and get one drink like 5 minutes from his apartment. Hello.
Who pays for the first date? Oh, the man. And what's the appropriate way to handle it as the woman? What do you think?
I have a pretty hot take on this.
Please, I would love to hear it.
I am so far feminist that I have come full circle to being a little bit more traditional. I think the fact...
Come on, man.
Wrap your head around what she said, guys.
me and you, bold Manospheres, is so far feminist. It's just wrapped a rack around to be traditional.
She's so feminist that she has become traditional again. This is exactly like the woman saying that 1 + 1 is 11. Or the woman saying that, oh, you're homeless, just buy a home.
Just buy a house.
fact that we live in a patriarchy where a lot of expectations are put upon women to show up in life a certain way, to show up on a date in a certain way, it's only fair for a man to pay on a first date.
It's fair why, ma'am?
How?
Aren't we equal? Didn't you say you were such a big feminist?
I thought you were strong, independent, don't need no man.
Keep this video because it's very, very stupid. And any man that is dating this woman is very, very stupid and a very big simp. Stop being...
Just because she Asian doesn't mean she's the business, guys. Again.
A simp.
So there was a study done trying to examine the effects of testosterone on women. What they found was that when women were given temporary testosterone, they behaved more calmly and fairly. Meanwhile, women given a placebo behaved more selfishly and aggressively, believing that the testosterone had made them more aggressive and more selfish. In my opinion, what this study showed was that whenever women pursue male characteristics or male traits associated with their idea of power, in reality, all that they're embodying is chaotic, aggressive, hostile femininity.
Being loud, being very masculine, being aggressive. Yeah.
Basically, in their pursuit of power, they become the worst versions of women.
A question for men who hate feminists and feminism so much. So say you wake up tomorrow and you are a woman and you have to live the rest of your life as a woman. And you...
But I'm not a woman, nor do I care about your struggles.
From the start, guys. These are the women that we're talking about. Loud and obnoxious and very masculine. Ma'am, I don't care how you look. I am repulsed by your voice, by your tone, by how fast you talk. I don't get, guys, how you can stand being around women like this. This is why you're
There's a lot of thirsty men out there.
still single, ma'am. I made a video about her like 4 years ago and she's still single. And now she's more loud, more obnoxious. Yeah, we're just going to skip this video, guys, because I can't.
Dating is super complicated when this is your job, especially when you're older like I am. I'm 52. And men just don't understand social media, especially in my age range. But I mean, from like 35 up, they just don't get it. I don't even like to tell people when I match with them, like what I do for a living. One, because I don't want people getting to know me from my TikTok account or something like that, because I feel like
that's how people get to know you. It's like people coming in my YouTube to kind of get to know me. They'll get a good gist of my ideas and like what I am through watching my videos if I'm genuine.
You don't even realize that it's happening, whether you like the content, you hate the content. There is a parasocial thing that happens where there's a disconnect where you...
Ma'am, it's not because of that. Men don't want you to put their private lives online. If a guy goes on a date with you, he doesn't want to end up on TikTok as just another dating story that you're going to do about him. If he becomes your boyfriend, if he becomes your husband, he doesn't want to appear in your TikTok videos.
Especially every time you argue or something happens, you're always going to be seen as the bad guy in front of the world. A whole audience that's going to just hate you.
The majority of men, ma'am, don't want this. That's why they're not okay with social media. It's not about anything that you're saying, ma'am. Yeah, we're just going to skip this video, guys.
All I want is love. Do you know that love where you look at somebody and your bits tingle? Not that, because that's just fanny flutters. That's the bit where you get when you're dating. I want that love when you look at them and you fart and they laugh. That's the kind of love I want.
Yes, ma'am. But the problem is that every time you're talking, you sound like you're shouting. Why would a man want to be around you all the time, ma'am? Even when you talk normally, you sound like you're shouting. It's not feminine. We're not attracted to that.
I want it because they annoy you so much you want to punch them in the face,
What?
but you never would because you love them so much. I don't want...
Like, as much as like my women have annoyed me, like the women I've dated and stuff, like I've never thought in my head, like I want to just punch this person in the face. That has never crossed my mind.
I want that love, you know, like where you get flowers every 2 minutes and text messages, smile at their phone. No, I want to get the text message and be like, oh, fucking cunt. That's what I want.
That just shows that you're toxic, ma'am.
Seriously.
Relationships shouldn't be like that.
This one definitely needs some Sean Connery in her life.
It shouldn't, ma'am. Why would you want to punch your boyfriend or your husband? Why? That means that he annoys you in some way. Why would you want to be with a guy that annoys you? So even at her age, she still wants that toxic relationship that women in their 20s want. That's why you can't get a man, ma'am.
I don't want the love, you know, where they're like, oh, I'll take you out one, you dine you. I want, babe, do you fancy a takeaway? And I'll be like, fucking Sam, get me a kebab extra.
Even the way that she swears. You're not feminine at all, ma'am. This is why you have problems attracting men.
Extra mayo, please, and full salad. I want the kind of love where we like go past, let's go gym together. Let's get fat together. Let's just have life together. Let's just get comfortable.
Yeah, and then you get fat, then she calls you a fat ass and leaves you.
That's what I want. And maybe a finger up bum.
One of the most frequently asked questions that I get as a woman of 50 who left her husband, who was a nice guy, is, why didn't you stay and work it out rather than leave?
Because you're a miserable whore.
And my answer to that is, all of my life, I have tried to be a good person. I tried my hardest at my marriage. I tried to be a good wife. I've tried to be a good mom, a good daughter, a good sister, a good employee. And at 50, I was exhausted. I needed to do something for myself. That's the answer.
So you decided to leave. That's how you did something for yourself. You left that relationship with a good guy.
You left your kids, you left your family because you just needed to do something for yourself.
Okay. Nothing up here, nothing.
I chose myself, and I did try in my marriage to make it work.
Again, guys, why did you get married to a guy that you have to try to make it work with? Why didn't you get married with a guy that you know you will never leave him? Why? Because you were stupid. So now that you left, you're not choosing yourself, ma'am. You just show us, everybody, that you didn't know how to pick men because you were very stupid.
Yeah, like we ask, you dumb? You dumb. Like, women are dumb because the choices they make, they never see the consequences or even the repercussions of those consequences. They just decide it because all they can see is this, and then 3 years, 4 years down the line, they're just miserable on the internet crying, we're all the good men, why is my husband moved on and I didn't get this, a Chad to come and save me with millions of dollars. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.